Hey all, and welcome back to A Dramatic Fate. This time, I'm putting creator disputes aside to discuss something it's kinda terrible. There are Summoner Duels players who have a new tactic to stop themselves from losing games. And I guess fortunately for us, we caught one. Now, before I talk about the cheater himself, a bit of background about, why I think this is really terrible. Stay with me for a second. Fire Emblem, from its inception, was made to be a single-player adventure. The concept of permadeath in the first game was implemented to give an individual experience so that when Marth said, it's Marthin time, and Fire Emblemed all over the castle, his tale was slightly different for you than it was for me. Maybe my unit died while your unit carried. Maybe mine clutched the run and yours rode the bench. That's what makes Iron Man so fun and endearing to watch. What I mean to say is, multiplayer in Fire Emblem generally struggled for a long time because it's a single-player experience at heart. It's hard to take that idea and adapt it to PvP while keeping some semblance of loyalty to the original. That's where Fire Emblem Heroes comes in. Although Arena became a resource management minigame, and Aether Raids remains incredibly complicated, Summoner Duels hit the nail right on the head when it comes to competition. At least I think so anyway. Two tacticians can face off, and it still feels, kinda like Fire Emblem. Eventually they made SDR and SDS, and it's a lot of fun. I think it became the closest we've had to a perfect competitive mode in Fire Emblem. Dynamic play, low barrier of entry, and a game style that rewards creative strategies. So now that you know why I think Summoner Duels is so near and dear to my heart, let's talk about the title. So, Twitch streamer Akutu24, who, if you haven't heard of them, they do Fire Emblem Heroes content, and from the sample I've seen, it's pretty good. They were streaming their most recent SDS run, and they matched with a guy whose name was just a double circle, which, kinda odd, but whatever. And the game progressed as normal. Kutu was kinda kicking his head in, and then the match got to the end of turn 2, and Circle Guy started having connection issues, which happens to the best of us, Lord knows I've gotten distracted and DC'd for a couple seconds, not a big deal. Circle Guy stalls out the rest of his time and then duo skills, but then something weird happens. When it comes back around and the clock gets down to around 10 seconds, Circle Guy, who keep in mind, he's lost this game already, he's down 9 points, he DCs. And then reconnects. And then DCs again. And because of this weird timing or whatever, the game gets confused. When his timer hits 0, auto battle doesn't trigger. It just gets stuck. Circle Guy keeps dipping and coming back, and the clock remains at 0. Eventually, a communications error occurs. The kicker is, when they get back to the SDS main page, not only did Akutu miss out on the glory from the match didn't even make it into the records, meaning that Circle Guy didn't burn a loss, which is insane. And just because we saw it, it's probably not just him. And if it was just him, now that clip's out there, it's probably not gonna be. Now, I think this is pretty sad for 2 reasons. For one, sure, Fire Emblem Heroes, it's pretty competitive. But it's also like a clicky tappy mobile game that you're supposed to play when your friend puts on the show, but it's kind of mid, so you go on your phone, but you don't want to leave because that's rude, It's strange to me that someone would go that low in such a low stakes, you know what I mean? Like go cheat on your exams, or cheat on your girlfriend, cheat the government out of receiving your taxes, something a little bit more important than 20 dragonflowers, The second thing that makes this so sad to me is that Circle Guy makes his name that because, he knows he's screwing people over. And he's ashamed, and this rat bastard is still doing it to as many people as he can, I guess. I'm assuming if you're not able to lose Summoner Duels, he's probably going to be one of the top-ranked guys. And, I don't know, it's the first ever cheating scandal, I guess, in this stupid mobile game. The guy Kutsu made a Reddit post, but it got deleted kind of fast, so I'm going to throw the full clip, which was running in the background. I'm going to put the full clip in the description. And yeah, I don't know why Circle Guy gets off on cheating in a gacha game, but all I do know is that there's no time, and your sword is enough. Squad Allah.